Is there a draft in here? Only a mad genius would know.
Hey there, nomads of lore. I'm Sean.
And I'm Jonathan.
And together we are Mead and Mischief, your home away from no home. And today we are going to be talking about our favorite fight scenes from Avatar: The Last Airbender Book 1. Yep. So, Jonathan, what is your favorite fight scene?
It took a little while to come to figure out which one, because there's so many good fight scenes. Yeah, in Book 1, there's so many good fight scenes in this show, and I haven't even seen season 3, so I'm sure. But I think I have to say that the scene with King Bumi and Aang fighting, yeah, because Aang basically gets to choose between two really scary looking guys. And Bumi, Bumi doesn't really say. He just says, pick one of these. Yeah. He doesn't say that he can pick him, but Aang thinks, oh, I'm going to outsmart him and pick the old man.
Decrepit guy.
And then he straightens up and he's like this super cut old man. It's like kind of funny. Yeah.
Greatest earthbender you'll ever meet.
That's right. And there's some really cool stuff in the different things that Bumi does. He's definitely super powerful, kicking his butt and throwing rocks at him for a while, and then just kind of combating everything that Aang throws at him. At one point, Aang shoots like a big thing of air at him, and he puts a shield up, and he's like, "Is there a draft in here?"
Yeah,
it's super comical. But trying to think of some of the other ones.
He picks up the whole.
There's a scene where he picks up the kind of the thing where I think Sokka and
it's right next to
Katara
where they are,
right up there behind it, and he picks this whole thing up and throws it at Aang, and Aang makes a whirlwind and spins it right back at him. He splits it in two, but then lifts up another rock.
Yep,
and he's holding that, and Aang's got him, and he's got Aang. If Aang hurt him, then he would drop it on his head, kind of thing.
Yep.
And anyway, and of course, right after that's when you find out that he's a good guy, and he's his friend from a long time ago. But it's a really cool fight scene. You get to see Bumi and how powerful he is, and Aang and how
clever he is.
Clever,
he's played this completely bonkers, useless king sort of character, and then you find out he's still pretty much bonkers, but he's also
very
powerful and a good guy and clever and everything else.
So what was your favorite scene?
Well, so for my scene, Jonathan said it really well, that it's hard to pick. There's a lot of good stuff. The climax is cool and all these other things. But I decided to pick a smaller scene that I think is really powerful. It highlights some of the strength of my favorite character. At this point early on, you get to see some foreshadow. Well, I don't know. Anyway, I decided to pick the Agni Kai between Zuko and Zhao. I don't remember what his rank is at that time. He's not admiral yet. Commander, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, Zhao. And so Zhao is this jerk, horrible guy, and Zuko is, of course, this angsty, angry teenager, and so they get into it, and Zhao's like, so you want to fight an Agni Kai with me? And Zuko's like, yes, I do. And so they do, and so Agni Kai, if you haven't watched the show, you should just turn this off and go watch the show first, and then come back and tell us your favorite fight scene. But Agni Kai is a fire duel, basically. So two firebenders dueling. And so they go and they duel. And the scene is really cool because at first you see Zhao, he's cocky and he's arrogant, and he's doing all of these really unnecessary cool techniques. Like he does this fire thing where he's doing the ground and he's pushing this fire forward, which is really slow but big fire technique, and he's doing all these crazy techniques and kind of dancing around, and Zuko is trying really hard. He's extremely passionate, and he's breathing hard, he's sweating, he's giving it all he's got, and he's trying. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm not getting anywhere. And he's like, I'm not going to let, earlier he said there's no way he's going to let him beat him. And so he's giving it all he's got. And it's like, but there's like no way because he's just struggling. Mm-hmm. And then in classic fashion, you know, earlier in that episode, or I think in that episode, Zuko had been begging Iroh. He said, you know, teach me some advanced techniques. I'm ready. I've mastered the basics. I've mastered the basic set. I'm ready for more advanced techniques. And Iroh says, no, the basics are what are going to keep you alive and keep you doing things. You know, man, he shows him, he teaches him early, you know, to hold his root, you know, and to have a wide stance. And he shows Zuko early, and he knocks him over. And he's kind of teaching him this that the basics are really was important. And this is drawn on from other, you know, samurai movies and other things. You see that kind of concept in other things. And then then Iroh hollers and says, break his root, remember your basics. And so Zuko's still struggling, and Zhao breaks his root and knocks him over, and Zhao, very similarly to the way Zuko's father branded him, he comes up and is about to, you know, fire his face again, basically, or whatever, and this Zuko does a really cool spin move, which they replay, so you really catch what happens, and he knocks him over. He trips him, breaking his root, of course, and then they make a point to show Zuko standing up and bringing this firm stance, and it's, you know, it's kind of cliche a little bit, you know, taking in that knowledge that he learned, but it's cool, a good thing, and he ends up chasing him back and firing instead of at Zhao, he fires behind him. You know, it's kind of almost the Karate Kid moment where, you know, oh, finish him, and, you know, that kind of thing. And, you know, Zhao is, of course, that it? What are, you know, you could, you know, whatever. And Zuko's, you know, because Zuko has this war inside of him, you know, and he's got this goodness there that's battling. That's part of his character, is to not hurt him, and so he makes that choice, which is a good choice, and his uncle is, of course, proud of him, and so he stands up to leave, and Zhao is not good, not even a little bit, and so Zhao, in another kind of cliche moment, but
as soon as Zuko turns his back,
Zhao gets up and is gonna fire him, and from across the paddock there, Iroh jumps in there and stops him, and which it's a foreshadowing a little bit of how powerful Iroh is, and he just stops him like nothing, and you're like, oh my gosh, he could have like totally taken him out and done whatever he wanted, and so that's a cool moment. He protects his son, and he has a nice, I want to say, you know, even in exile, my nephew has more honor than you will ever have, you know, and you know, there's a comical moment at the end, you know, Iroh says, and thanks for the tea, but, you know, whatever, and then they're walking out, and Zuko's like, did you mean that, Uncle? You know, of course he's talking about the honor thing or whatever, and Iroh's like, of course, I told you, ginseng tea is my favorite. So, it's a small scene, but there's just a lot that I really liked about it. So, what was your favorite fight scene? Let us know in the comments down below.
If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. If you disliked it, give us a thumbs down. Definitely comment your favorite fight scene from book one or season one.
Yeah.
If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Yeah. Click on the little subscribe button down below and ring the bell. And you guys have a wonderful week. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
Peace out.